Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail. That's very appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
If Billy Joel can write Stormfront while wasted, I can do my taxes while stoned.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
We can't have any arsonists in our midst. We can have 4 idiots and a fat guy, but definitely not any arsonists.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, soon the world is only going to buy and sell products using bitcoins. Welcome to Plotty Time. So let's just roll right into it, Dr. Syintist. We always start with the man of the hour. What have you been playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Not too much. I've been watching more Cabinet Curiosities. I'm almost done with the whole season.
Damn,
Still
how many
good?
episodes?
8, 9. I think they might release more each week. I'm not sure.
So it's at least 10 hours worth of shit.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have that much time.
Okay.
I also started watching The Librarians again.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it was a good show. That was on TNN for a while. It's a lot like Warehouse 13, but
Oh, yes.
it's very good. I enjoy it. Also continuing to watch more of RPG Limit Break. Probably be doing that for the rest of the year. This year I watched the 6.5 hour long speed run of Shining Force CD.
This guy doesn't have any time. But he watches 6.5 hours.
It's interesting.
That's crazy.
Now, what do you find interesting about it? And I'm not making fun. Like, I'm honestly, I'm trying to understand. I've seen some speedruns, and I think some of them are fucking, it's ridiculous the talent it takes to fly through it like that. But a 6-hour one seems like a lot for me.
I don't know.
He just likes the efficiency of it.
Yeah. I mean, I've played some of these games before, so, and they take
Just like
70, 80 hours to go through your first playthrough. And
a little nostalgia bump, too.
to see how they can do things a lot easier than I ever did.
Okay.
I don't know. I just like it.
That's fair.
It's a good time kill in the background and watch and whatnot. Also watched this fantastic movie. That might be an exaggeration. Called Painted in Blood.
Oh.
Painted in Blood sounds fucking
Sounds good.
metal as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of not. I don't know.
But it's fantastic.
This guy,
It's a historical drama, actually.
this guy's like, he's trying to be a painter, and he loses his job because he keeps being late for it. But he gets hired as a job working at like this little museum and working the night shift.
Yeah, he's got to watch because they just got a new painting in.
Yeah, it was a new like secret painting, or not secret, but famous painting. And he starts like going a little bit crazy and doing paintings and stuff, and he ends up using like his own blood to make a painting, and it's kind of a horror-y thing. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Sounds so familiar. What
I'm
was
sure
it? Painted in Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like a newish or?
This year, I think 2022.
Oh, wow.
I think 2022. It's in the slap pocket at 84 minutes.
I know.
Ooh, that's right in there.
Yeah.
I feel like I started it but didn't finish it. Or like got distracted with my phone probably because I have attention deficit disorder.
Oh,
but
yeah. No, you don't. You're just an American in 2022.
yeah, we all have it.
I need it now. But it's all right. Yeah. Like, watch it. If you got nothing else to watch.
All right.
Okay.
And the only thing I played this week is still playing Final Fantasy VII.
Get any better?
No.
Oh.
Oy.
I mean,
The summons look cool?
they're different, but yeah, they look kind of cool.
All right.
I don't know. It's like taken as much as the bad things as they could and made them worse.
Okay.
Classic.
Like the mini games are terrible. Like they took the annoying mini games from the old version and tried to update them to 3D, and it's just worse.
All right.
Honestly, and I'm asking not just you, scientists, but maybe you could help me out with some insight here. Who is this for?
Nostalgia. It's got to be. I can't imagine anyone else would pick it up and be like, "Oh, this is a great game."
People who just like, I wanted to see what this cutscene looked like. Nice.
It's not even exactly the same as the old Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
PS1 version.
It's just been, the Final Fantasy series has been going on for so long, and obviously, like, it's changed with the times. And I guess these are more action-oriented and less RPG-oriented?
Yeah.
But is that something that the fans wanted? Like, I'd like your insight on that.
I don't know. I just want old school 16-bit turn-based games, but they don't do that anymore.
Like, I mean, are Final Fantasy fans, are they still on board from back in the day with the new direction, or half and half?
I guess it's kind of like Final Fantasy 15, which I didn't play, in the action RPG type thing. Mm-hmm. But I'm not a huge fan of action RPGs to begin with. And if this wasn't Final Fantasy 7, where I liked the characters and the story already, I definitely wouldn't have. I would have stopped it a long time ago.
Understood.
Is it more linear?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
From what I can tell, at the end you can go back and do things because there's some stuff I can't get.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I can see them, but I can't reach them.
Probably not even unlocked until the part 3.
Yeah, I don't know if there's 16, 17, 18 chapters. I got to look at the trophies again, but
All right.
I don't know. We'll see if I finish it by next time.
Oh, fair
Well,
enough.
good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like a third of the game, right? Something like that.
Well, I can tell you this: I'm not as blown away by the summons as I was when they came out on Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, yeah.
See, on PlayStation 1 version, those were awesome.
Did you get Night of the Round yet?
No. Well, from my understanding, this is only halfway through the first disc, so there's no way I should be getting anything
So it's like
close
sixth of it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, no, because the final disc is most of it's just the end
okay.
dungeon, but
So it's a quarter of it, let's say that.
yeah, because on the old one, the first disc, you get out of the town and go through this whole bunch of other stuff. And this one, from what I am told, it ends when you get out of the first town.
If that's not a metaphor of old school games in this new generation, what is it?
Kids don't know how good they got it. It's interesting. I know it was divisive when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how I feel about it when I finish it.
Wasn't it like full price when it came out? And it was,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's probably what pissed off a lot of people. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I think they expected the whole game and it was only part of it.
Yeah.
Did they tell people ahead of time it wasn't the whole game?
I don't know.
I kind of remember it, like maybe close to when it released, that they said it's going to
that's
be
what
episodic.
I was thinking too. Like a couple weeks before, maybe.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is like
Because I think people would have paid full price for the whole game. But
Yeah.
if you're paying $70 5 different times,
Yeah, that's insane.
God.
Whatever.
Criminals.
I'm guessing, I'll wait until the second part becomes free and see how it can.
If you even want to play it, then.
All right.
But that's all I did. What about you, Scotchy? What did you play, watch, do? What's going on with you?
Thanks for asking. As far as what I played, guess what? More fucking hockey accounting.
I was gonna say Chell.
Good, I guess. I don't know. I enjoy playing hockey, the video game. Like, I enjoy playing the game, passing around, scoring goals.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, that's all I enjoy about it, which I know what you're saying is like, isn't that the whole game? Well, yes, but there's so many different modes and things you can do and different ways to play.
Yeah.
And I don't love any of them. Like, the Hut Rush is kind of fun where it's like 3-on-3 and it's kind of like slightly more arcadey.
Yeah, but then, I don't know.
The Hockey Ultimate Team, where I'm just accounting and seeing how much things cost and what the best deal is to get a guy from being an 86 overall to an 87 overall. It's ridiculous. I sold
Micromanaging.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I pulled it from one of my decks, a X Factor Matthew Barzal card.
Oh, yeah, that means a lot to me. Those are words.
The X Factor cards. You know what? I don't even
They're
care.
like
I'm not
90s,
gonna
right?
get into-
They're at least like mid-90s scores, right?
He's it's a 74 to start, and then you can put money or other certain collectibles into it, and their overall will go up, and the player will get better.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the season goes on, like if the player can only get to like 85 as it overall right now, as the season goes on, you'll unlock 86, 87, and so on.
Oh my God. I couldn't, no.
Yeah, it's fucking... I'm not even going to play it that long. I don't know why I'm even bothering right now. I think I have almost all the trophies for it, or for Hut mode, so there's no reason for me to play it. And I think once I get all the trophies for Hut, I'm just going to walk away.
Yeah.
Not from the game. I'll still play the other modes to get the trophies.
I was going to say, there's no way you're walking away. Remember how long you played Division 2?
I have not platinumed an NHL game, I don't think ever, because their trophies are so goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah, don't you have to win like a whole bunch of online
Set
games
the goal
and shit?
record.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, that's another trophy again. This time it's like a fucking bronze, like setting the NHL scoring record with your Be a Pro. Like, because either you actually play through it and you play through fucking 15 seasons, hoping to get a couple points a game, or you cheat with the sliders and get 15 goals a game, and you're bored as hell. Like, what's the fun in that? So it's so fucking stupid. Anyway, we've been here. I don't need to keep going. I played some Tiny Tina, still plugging away at the side missions. I ran into Claptrap finally.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if you guys remember me saying it, but I was really surprised by the lack of previous characters.
Yeah, he said Torg was in it.
I still, right as of right now, I met Torque, I met
Torg.
Brick, and now I met Claptrap.
Is there a raid boss?
I think I have to finish all the side missions to unlock the raid, because I have not unlocked a raid boss yet.
Interesting.
I think. I mean, I haven't ran into it.
Yeah.
I would know if I ran into it.
Yeah.
But, there's like the final boss where you can go and the mini boss-ish things you can go back to and fight. Those still exist. But yeah, I don't think I got a raid boss yet. Well, stay tuned because I'm probably going to platinum it.
Ooh. Bold.
As far as movies go, movie bowl struck again. Except for two things. And I'll talk about them first. I am still slogging my way through Succession. And I'm so fucking bored.
You can stop.
Yeah, you don't have to watch it.
I think I just finished episode 4 or 5 of season 3. I think there's like 11 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm this far. I got to check. I got to see what the big deal is about this show. Everyone's a scumbag. The main guy who's trying to do like a corporate coup and win over the company, he's terrible. Like he's so, and I hate using this word, but there's no other way to put it. He's so cringy.
Yeah.
It's like seeing Roger Ailes' son try to be woke. Like it's embarrassing.
Who's Roger Ailes?
The guy that runs Fox News.
Oh, he used to. Yeah.
I think he's dead now.
Yeah,
no,
I
he's
think
not
he is.
dead.
He's either dead or was sexually assaulted his way out of it.
That's right, the assault case.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
right, of course. Doesn't matter. Hope he's dead. So, yeah, I'm gonna just keep pounding away, and hopefully that'll be over.
Why don't you just stop watching it?
I can't stop, man. I've got like, I've come this far.
Pot committed.
I don't know if I'll watch season 4, but it's another one. Just like, dude, it's fucking Game of Thrones in the corporate world. That's all this show is.
Oh, how many people have you tortured so far?
I mean, they torture them by ruining their careers. Like,
there you go.
it's Game of Thrones without the murder. It's just corporate murder or reputation murder.
That sounds boring already.
Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, so I also started watching Midnight Club.
The racing thing?
Yes. I've just been watching Midnight Club story mode videos for 6 weeks. No, it's a show on Netflix. It's a Mike Flanagan joint. The guy that did Midnight Mass, The Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor.
Oh, yeah.
This new one that just came out. And I think I'm 4 or 5 episodes in, and I think I don't want to like pass judgment because I assume they're building to something and it's going to be this big revelatory story and all this cool shit's going to happen. But so far, man, I'm just...
Second show he doesn't really like that he's
watching. There's so many other things you could watch.
I want to watch it. I love Mike Flanagan's work. The least I'm going to do to support the guy is watch his goddamn show on Netflix, even if I don't love it. But I'm not thrilled about it yet. I don't love it. It might turn itself around. I don't know. Maybe it'll be brilliant, and then I'll turn back and be like, oh, I missed so much stuff. Or maybe it'll be garbage. I don't know. But at least I don't hate every moment I'm watching it like Succession. I'll say that. It's interesting enough, but I don't think it's as good as the other ones.
It's like, oh, this Succession is really getting to me. Put on that other show I don't really like.
What else do I hate?
Man, I really wish I could watch a show I didn't hate this much.
And I guess I might as well work backwards. Saw a movie that was a piece of shit.
Your week sounds amazing so far.
Real trash heap of a movie.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Surprise us.
White chicks.
Oh, God, I wish it was. But it was the movie Good Night Mommy.
Sounds...
I keep seeing it when I'm
bad.
Flipping through horror movies. But
it's new. It's on Prime, which is, I'm sure, why both of you have at least heard of it or seen the trailer or seen the ad or whatever.
Yeah.
So the story is these two brothers.
Right.
I guess their parents were divorced or something. It was really hard to pay attention. It's a remake of a 2014 Austrian film. We should have watched the 2014 version because, God, that probably was better. But it was two twin brothers that I think they're like 10, maybe 12, like young kids. And they go to their mother's house as part of the divorce separation thing. They have to spend time with her. And she had just gotten a bunch of surgery and has this weird mask on the whole time.
Oh, I've heard about this movie.
Right. And then one of the kids convinces the other one, it's like, I don't think that's our mom.
All right.
So the kids are like the whole time trying to figure out who this lady is, what the fuck's going on. And then I'm not going to spoil the end for it, but it sucks.
Oh, I might have to hate watch this.
No, it's not even like fun bad. It's just
I think I actually watched a YouTube video where people watched this movie and talked about it. That's how I know about it.
it's not good, man. It's
I believe that was their come away with it too. Yes.
skip it. I mean, maybe the Austrian one's way better. It seems to have gotten much better reviews, so maybe
right.
check that out. But this one was bad.
Yeah, Dearest Mummy.
And then 2 classics, one a newer classic. I watched Paranormal Activity because the movie both told me to.
Right. Didn't you just watch that not too long ago?
I felt like I did, right?
Yeah,
As we were.
It could have been another paranormal activity.
Might not
We
be
were
this
also like we were doing other stuff around the house, so it was just on the background. We'd both seen it like 5 times by now, so it was neat to like tune in for a couple fun sequences,
Right.
just have it going. But then I got to watch a movie I hadn't seen in a while that I truly do love, Ready or Not.
Ready or not?
It's the one with Samara Weaving. Have you guys have seen this, right? Where she is marrying into a family.
Yes. Where they play a game.
The family's like it's like the Milton Bradley family or whatever.
Yeah.
And they made their fortune making games, and they have to, every time someone gets married into the family, they have to play a game, and she picked hide and seek. So she had to hide while everyone else was trying to kill her.
Oh yeah, okay. I may have seen that or heard of it.
Yeah, it's like you could pick any normal game, but if you pick hide and seek, you're gonna have to be killed.
Yeah.
Monopoly, they're just gonna give you a bunch of money and let you buy properties.
I really like that. I like how it ended too.
I loved it. The ending was fucking great.
Yeah.
Is that the one where everybody dies? Spoiler.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3 years old. Yeah, it's the one where everyone fucking... It turns out the curse was real.
Yeah.
They didn't kill her, and they all just fucking blew up. It was awesome.
Yeah. I might have to go watch that now.
It's if for nothing else, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to end this week on a high note because whoo, some stinkers came in there. So Sir Chump Slap, what have you been playing, watching, doing? What's going on? Tell me you've watched better shit than I did.
A few things maybe that could have been better. Whatever.
Okay.
Guess what? I'm playing Horizon still. I know.
This has been like 2 months.
Dude, I'm fucking slow.
That map is fucking huge, by the way.
It is. When you zoom out, it doesn't look so big, but
Thanks, bud.
I think I made it up to. I'm at level 40 now.
Is that the cap?
I think it's 50. There's 50 because there's a
50,
trophy for 50. But I think I'm close to the end of the story. I don't know. It's like a level 30 mission, and I let all the shit on the side now. I'm like, I'm just going straight through. I'm finishing it.
That's exactly how Assassin's Creed games play out and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
You're like, all right, I'm sick of doing all the side quests.
And then I was thinking,
Let me speedrun the story.
But you start by doing all the side quests?
yeah,
and getting them all the way.
you
and then-
level up, and then you're like, holy shit, I leveled up way too high. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, God of War's coming out,
Oh, that is soon.
and it's
Maybe already.
oh yeah, it is now.
Wait, when does it come out?
November.
Week?
Oh, it's out.
2 weeks ago? A week ago? I don't know how the time works.
Well, everybody knows that right now it is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. It is November 24th.
It came out last
Day.
week, right?
Yeah.
Also, fun thing to note, which I haven't been keeping track of, but we got to let you listeners know, this is episode 198.
Damn.
Holy jeez.
Yeah, we got one more next week on December 1st. Then December 8th is episode 200.
And we're done.
And then we're taking a fucking hard right turn, buddy. No, but then...
You mean QAnon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. You're cool with that, right, Syintist? I didn't discuss this with the guys before.
Yeah.
I mentioned
Anyway, we were talking about God of War. Is that definitely out now?
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look.
Yes, it's definitely
I
out.
believe it's out, yes.
And I was like, oh, well, I'm playing this game, and it's kind of like in the vein of God of War, so I don't know if I'm even going to want to play God of War right when it comes out.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's like action.
Third person.
Yeah.
It came out on November 9th, which we've probably been playing it for 2 weeks by now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's actually
That's
really
not
good.
tomorrow or anything.
No, it's really good. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to want to jump from this right into that, because that's supposed to be like 80 hours.
I was just going to wait until it was like $15, $20.
Like
I did for the last God of War game.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Well, yeah.
Dude, it's going to be amazing.
Has there been a God of War game that wasn't good?
Seriously. There has
Even the
been.
PSP ones were good.
Yeah. Then I watched a couple movies too, if you guys want to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
those.
some
Oh,
junk.
yeah.
How many did you
these
hate?
days?
None of them really.
That's good.
Watched this one called The Invitation. You guys ever see this one?
Is it
This
the one?
You got to give the plot because
This guy gets an invitation to his ex-wife's or ex-girlfriend's a dinner party thing.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
And then he's like freaking out. He's like, "This is fucked up. This is some type of cult or whatever." Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's pretty decent.
I thought it was pretty.
I
neat.
liked it. It was I had no expectations, and it blew them all out of the water.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was pretty good. It was solid.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, where are they going with this? Is he just losing his mind? Blah blah blah. Yeah,
But like the first 40 minutes, everything's just like everyone's nice and cordial, but it's so fucking weird. Like something's off.
it's very ominous. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, go check it out if you've never seen it. I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's good. Then I watched. You guys ever see Brain Scan?
Oh, I was hoping you'd say Brain Candy.
Dude, are you talking about the Edward Furlong vehicle?
Hell yeah, I am.
That movie blew my goddamn mind open way back when. God, that fucking movie. I haven't watched that forever.
Yeah, it's very strange where he gets like a DVD video computer game and it's supposed to like hypnotize you to make you think you're a murderer or whatever.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a weird.
It's been a long time since I've seen it though.
Yeah, this is also, you got to think the days when CDs were new.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
What are CDs again?
CD's nuts. What?
No, he did it. He did it. God. Good show.
Yeah, but it was a fun movie. It wasn't great, but I mean it was a good movie.
No, but it's fucking dumb, but that's the point, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like 80s.
It's fun.
80s, I guess, horror.
it's a mind fuck, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, check it out if you haven't. And then if you have, well, fucking watch it again.
All right.
Like this movie, Hackers.
Oh, fantastic
Classic.
film.
I just put it on and I was like, oh, yeah.
27 out of 27.
Yeah.
There's not a thing wrong with that movie.
It's where we got the term hack the Gibson.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know.
and there's another great role by what's his name? Who's the
Matthew Lillard.
No, the corporate
boss
hacker
guy. The guy who, I can't think of his name, but he's from Short Circuit, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to get into
It
that.
also has
yes.
Penn.
Yeah.
From
yeah,
Penn and Teller.
Fisher Stevens? Is that what it is?
Yes. That sounds
Yeah.
exactly right.
And Angelina Jolie and who the fuck plays Zero Cool?
I can't think of his name, but you'll know him.
Yeah.
Is it Johnny something?
Yeah.
Or is that his character name? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
his
have to
name's
check.
Johnny in the movie. His mom calls him that, I think.
Johnny Cool. That's a cool name. Johnny Lee Miller. That's his real
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Oh, there you go. But
Fantastic movie.
so good.
You
so
stole a
good.
trash file?
They're trashing our rights.
It's in that place where I put the thing that time.
Also, one of my favorite lines of all time is in that. Is of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Ozzy Osbourne. And like, are you supposed to be
in
here?
this class?
What? This isn't shop class?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Great shit. But yeah, that's it. That ended on a good note.
There you go. That's all you got? Just hackers and brain scan? I'm fine with it. Those are
Hackers,
great
Brain
picks.
Scan, and The Invitation.
There you go.
I didn't think I needed more than 3.
Yeah.
No, let's fight about it. Here, on
All right,
air.
let me talk more about Horizon. So, what's up with these ladders? Who's pulling them up?
Okay. It's like you're fucking Jerry Seinfeld doing a tight 5.
What's up with these ladders?
Well, who's got the ladders? Where we go? All right.
I still like
Let's just-
What was that thing I sent you where it's like in the first episode of Seinfeld, George Costanza is as old as it or like
Oh, yeah.
the first episode of Seinfeld was 28 years ago, which is how old George Costanza was in the first episod.
Jesus.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I didn't like
George Costanza was in his late 20s when that show started? His
Yeah.
character?
it. His character, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I remember, I forget exactly what it said, but you sent that tweet, and I was like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah. I think I responded, that's gross.
Well, with that gross knowledge, let's just go ahead and move into the Plotty Time vibe check.
What are we vibing this week?
You got the vibes.
The big news, PSVR 2, got a date, got a price tag.
Oh.
It's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Let me guess. $650.
Minus 100.
Yeah, $550. It costs more than a PlayStation 5. And it'll come out
Seems worth it.
February 2023.
I still might get it.
Did you pre-order it?
I didn't, but I've thought about this, and I think I'm going to.
You gonna put it in your cart and come back to it?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But apparently people aren't really thrilled because it's not going to be backwards compatible with any of the PSVR 1 games.
Oh, that's dumb. How
is
hard
pretty
would that
lame.
have been to do?
Unless it's a completely different thing.
I don't know, it's supposed to be top of the line, right?
The package comes with the $550 package comes with the PSVR 2 headset, the 2 Sense controllers, and stereo headphones. The charging dock comes separate for another $50 for the controllers if you want to do it. This means that if you bought the entire package with the charger and the PS5, it's going to be over $1,000.
How much does a fucking Quest 2 cost?
I believe I think the cheapest version is $500 or $499.
And you need a fucking badass computer to use it, right?
And you need like a $1,500 PC to run it.
Yeah, so it's not terrible.
It sounds pretty terrible.
I don't think it's an unreasonable ask, but I really thought they'd like be $400.
In this economy?
That's a
Yeah,
good point.
$399 for the Quest 2. Yeah. That would have been a fine $399. It's still much, but
But yeah, so we're all pre-ordering day one then, right?
We all is a big...
I know if I buy it,
Assumption.
I'll never use it.
there is absolutely zero chance I'd ever use
So
anything
I have
VR.
to get up sometimes. I don't know. I do want to try it. So you just buy it, Poppascotch, and I'll just stop down and use it at your place.
Yeah, come on down here, hang out. In other news that Dr. Syintist might care about, but I don't think you will, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. The Last of Us TV show coming to HBO has a release date of January 15th.
Oh, I'm so iffy on it. I like Pablo Pascal.
It's
I
totally
really want it
different
to be
people,
good.
right?
That I don't know. I thought he was playing...
Oh, is he the guy?
I can't think of his name.
Can't either.
Joel.
Joel, there you
Yeah.
go.
I was thinking Joe, but that wasn't it.
For some reason I thought I heard that it was like totally different.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just set in that world.
No, it's Joel and Ellie.
Oh, okay. Well, then who cares? Because I know how that ends.
I don't know. I'll probably watch it and see how the first episode goes. Although I did watch that entire shitty Resident Evil show.
Do you think they'll start it with the same way they started the first game?
Yes.
You'd almost have to, right?
Yeah. You'd have to, yeah.
I would
Unless they
think
do it
so.
as a flashback in some later episode.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it starts like in the middle of it, and then yeah, who knows?
It's being written and produced by Naughty Dog's co-president Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin, who previously served as both the writer and producer for HBO's highly acclaimed miniseries Chernobyl, which was fucking amazing.
Was
I don't
it?
know if you guys saw that.
No,
it was
I didn't.
so good. I understood that like radiation poisoning was a thing, but it's a different thing seeing it happen, even in a dramatic representation. But it was fucking horrifying.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you don't want to get
Yeah,
that.
it's not something
No,
you
you
fucking
do not.
line up for.
Oh, so gross. But I would check it out.
All right.
And Nick Offerman is going to be the fan favorite curmudgeon Bill, and Euphoria's Storm Reed will play Riley from the Left Behind DLC. So we'll probably get a little bit of that Left Behind action in there too.
Makes sense.
I want it to be good. I'm going to wait for some reviews maybe, I might not. Especially if it's a weekly release, I'm just going to wait till they put it all
Yeah,
out.
No, I'll watch the first one and see if it's worth my time.
you know
Oh, there
they're
you
gonna
go.
get you hooked at least, so you want to watch the second one.
I don't think you know how easily I can get rid of something out of my life.
Oh, you're not Poppascotch. Who am I
Yeah,
talking
no,
to?
you're not. Once I started, I have to finish it. I have to. There are so few series I walked away from.
Really?
Oh, there's countless ones.
That new Resident Evil one actually does come to mind. I watched the first 2 episodes and was like, nah.
Not for me.
So in other news, did you guys hear that PlayStation Plus has lost nearly 2 million subscribers after it relaunched?
Kind of expected that. to
Oh
happen.
no, and people didn't want to pay for it because they're back at work now.
I would imagine it was people who weren't using it. I'd
Oh
imagine.
yeah,
that
didn't they send like you had to respond to re-up and shit?
something.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't understand because they said they lost 2 million viewers. It went from subscribers from 47.3 million to 45.4 million. But they're
Yeah.
still like they're good numbers, They're not terrible.
But how many of them were like during the pandemic they didn't have a job, so they
Yeah.
just got it, and then now
Yeah.
they're like, oh, okay, we're back to work. Who cares?
And they're like, oh, I have to pay a little bit more. I don't even use it. So this was a good point to cancel it,
Yeah. I mean, that's not even that. What is that? 45 million to.
It's about 4%, yeah.
Yeah. Who cares?
47 down to 45-ish.
Yeah. I don't think that's really news.
It's a rounding error.
Yeah.
Well, if you ask the news sites, it's the most important thing that happened this year.
Yeah. True. I don't know. I'm always messing up some mundane detail.
There's a couple smaller pieces of news. I know we talked about earlier, but the PlayStation Discord integration is going to happen in March 2023.
Oh yeah.
I know you guys don't use it as much, but it's basically multi-platform chat.
Yeah.
So, that's nice that that's coming for those of you that use it. Otherwise, you're just...
I can't remember the last time I needed to talk to somebody during a game.
I did a couple times, and I ended up just like putting in... It was really weird because we were actually playing the Star Wars Rogue Squadron in VR. So I had one headphone was the game, and the other headphone was like my phone. So I was just talking over that to everybody. So it's gonna be nice to have that.
Yeah, that's not bad. As long as you if you can put it through the headphones and everything, that's pretty sweet.
It'll be way easier.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I'll talk about, because this has just fascinated me, but did you guys hear about this NBA 2K League gambling scandal?
Oh, sounds good.
2K League.
Yeah, the esports competition.
Is it like point shaving? Can you purposely miss a shot?
Yeah.
I haven't played in a while. Okay.
You have to like hit it at the right apex and shit
Okay.
to hit 3-pointers and stuff.
Apparently, 6 people, I'm not going to bother naming them because
who cares?
They have been disqualified indefinitely for violating the league's gambling and fantasy rules.
Uh-oh, it's like a Pete Rose thing.
They either bet on or tried to bet on 2K League games. And then the thing that sucks is there are 4 people that tried to bet and 2 that were just heard about it but didn't do anything, and then all of them got kicked out.
Oh, that's nice to have evidence of it at least.
That's fine.
So I don't know if they were trying to throw games or what they were doing, or if they had inside info and they were betting. But
yeah, if you're in a league and the rule is you can't bet on it, then don't fucking bet on it. What do you want from me?
yeah, so they have, I don't know, they lost their livelihood of playing video games professionally.
Oh, that's gotta suck. No, it does. It probably does.
I still am having a hard time wrapping my head around that they're professional video game players. You know what I mean? Like, I realize it's a big thing. I realize these are real purses. I realize that people are making a living off this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still wild.
And
to me.
you're not even including in that the people who play online, like
Or
Twitch
Twitches,
and stuff.
yeah. Just
There's hundreds of thousands, maybe not hundreds of thousands, at
There's
least
a
thousands
lot.
of people that get paid to play video games.
the whole new
wish
generation just watches people
I
play
wish
video
I could go
games.
back in time to the beginning of YouTube and start uploading video games.
I know.
Then.
Could be a billionaire from stupid video game shit.
I mean, I get it. I think, like, okay, how do I put this? On paper, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I like playing hockey myself, sure. But I'm not exactly lighting up the fucking score sheet over here. I'm an old man playing old man hockey. And
It's still not lighting up the scoring sheet.
right, I mean, I like to watch NHL games because it's, you know, the top players in the world playing at the highest level.
Right.
And rooting for my team, and that's fun for me. And that's exactly what you're doing with esports. You're watching the best players play at the highest level.
Yeah.
But I still don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand why people would watch sports games. I get like first person shooters or battle royales. You have a favorite guy who's like always winning and shit. And he's doing crazy shots. But I don't know. Why would you watch a NBA 2K when you can watch actual NBA?
Right. There must be people out there that are like, holy shit, did you see that Blazers Thunder game? And you're like, dude, what are you talking about? They haven't played for like weeks. No, the esports.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is. Like the pro teams, like the I know here in DC, the Wizards have a esports team.
Oh, they even
really?
I didn't even know they still had a regular team.
They sure do, bud. They sure do.
Wow,
Got
that's-
uniforms and everything.
That's wild. I didn't know they had esports teams.
But
That's cool.
That's all I got for the Plotty Time vibe check.
And the vibe was nice.
I'll take that vibe. It was all right.
So how about we get into this game? How does that sound?
Oh, yeah. What game are we doing?
Let's fucking do it.
If you've already seen the episode description, which I hope you have, we are talking about the game Disaster Report.
Ooh.
Which, you know, the
Never
thing I
heard of
love
it.
about doing this podcast, I've never heard of this game, never seen it,
No.
know nothing about it, but I guess it's got a pretty heavy fan base.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently there's like 3 sequels to this, too.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I saw that. Like, I think Disaster Report 4 just came out not too long ago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
According
All
to
right,
the
well,
videos I saw.
all right, so let's get into it. It was released April 25th, 2002, and then actually 10 months later in North America. But we're going with April 25th, 2002. Number 1 song in the country. Now, I'm not going to sing this one because I don't know it at all. I watched the YouTube video like 6 times, and I still can't get it.
What?
So I am going to spoken word the lyrics to you.
All right, do it like, what's his name? Shatner.
Do you want me to try a Shatner?
No, do it as Bentley.
I'd rather do it as Shatner.
Either way.
Do it as Shatner doing a Bentley.
See if we can get the lyrics.
Shatner doing a Bentley. Jesus Christ. No, all right.
Yeah.
I don't think his Shatner's that good.
All right, I'll start with Bentley. We'll see how it goes. See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm with you. And though my heart can't take no more, I keep on running back to you. See, my days are cold without you. That's the same verse. We'll go to the next one. Baby, I don't know why you're treating me so bad. Treating me so bad? You said you loved me, but no one above me, and I was all you had. And though my heart is beating for you, I can't stop crying. I don't know how I allow you to treat me this way, and I still stay.
Beautiful.
Can I stop?
Beautiful.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it.
No, you're not.
Hailstorm.
I wish you were right. I wish the lyrics said the name of the song, but it is actually Foolish by the singer Ashanti.
I actually never heard that song before.
No, me neither. I'm sorry. I
think you should do every week as Bentley because that was fantastic.
Dude, that's a lot of work.
I'm gonna. We'll throw up a poll. I figured out how to do polls on Reddit now. Where's my goddamn pen? I gotta write this down. You know what? I'll remember. We'll put up a poll after this episode. Would you rather hear me sing the song, or would you rather hear me do it as Bentley?
You know what that's gonna be.
If I forget, you guys throw up a poll because I apparently fucked up. So. Yeah, number one movie in the country. The tagline, you might get it from the tagline. It's a little tough, but you might.
02? All right.
The tagline is Warrior, Legend,
300
King.
or Gladiator.
Warrior, Legend, King.
You're a little late. I think Gladiator was 06. No, Gladiator was 05.
Braveheart.
No, I'll go ahead and I'll read the
That was
synopsis.
the 90s.
The Postman?
I wish. No, all right. Inspired by the legendary Egyptian warrior, blank is set 5,000 years ago in the notorious
Scorpion
city
King?
of Gomorrah. It is the Scorpion King.
Another Rock movie.
Another Rock video. Wow.
Dude, he's the Rock.
Back-to-back
You
rocks.
can't go back. You can't go wrong.
Box office gold, where an evil ruler is determined to lay waste to all the nomadic peoples of the desert.
Terrible movie.
It is.
The few remaining tribes, never natural allies, had to unite or perish.
When you thought The Mummy was bad.
And then, fun fact, this day in history, April 25th, 1952, this is directly for you, scientists. I know you're a fan. The American Bowling Congress approves the use of an automatic pin setter.
I remember that moment from the ABC history.
I know you're a big ABC head, so that
Loves
one was
it.
for you, bud. It was released for PlayStation 2, developed and published by the company named Irem. I believe that's how you say that word.
With the question mark at the end?
Yes, Irem question mark. And then it is a single-player action-adventure game picked by none other than the real star of the show, let's be honest, Dr. Syintist. How about you lead us into it? Tell us what this game's all about.
Well, this game is set on a man-made island named Stiver Island.
Okay.
And you play as a newspaper reporter, which tells you how old this is.
A what now? What's
Yeah.
Is that like an early website, the newspaper?
Yeah. And you're going to your first day at the job, and you're riding the public transportation in, and all of a sudden there's an earthquake.
You're going from Airport Island.
Yeah. Which is, you
Very
can name
clever.
them anything when you make the islands yourself.
True.
And basically that's how it starts. And there's a bunch of propaganda stuff they shouldn't be doing before, but
Right.
Now, if I read this correctly, this is your first day of work.
yeah, you just moved there and it's your first day.
So you've been there for the interview, or you'd assume, or maybe it was over the phone interview.
Yeah, sure. They could have done that in 2002. Oh, this is set in the far future year of 2005 also.
Yes, true.
Awesome.
But hey, they're making their own islands now, so it's believable.
Yeah. All right.
So this earthquake happens. And then you wake up and you're inside of a flipped bus, the bus you were riding to work. And I guess you were knocked out and everybody just left you there.
Well, you'd assume he's dead.
Would you?
I would.
Anyway, so you wake up and you kind of walk out and there's like nobody around. And you see like a helicopter fly away. You're like, oh man, what happened here? And you pick up this bag, which is part of the mechanic of the game where you have stamina and you have water in your bag and you got to kind of just keep drinking water to keep your stamina up.
And it all takes place in one day.
Yes.
It's a little much. All right, but yeah. Go ahead.
Is it?
I don't know how much water you got to drink in a day.
But it can't. You're like their tutorial level. You're trying to get off the bridge as it's collapsing around you.
Mm-hmm.
And shit keeps falling, and you'll hear like random radio things, and the ones like there's aftershocks that still happen, and it's been a day later, and you're like, oh man, I was knocked out for a day.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even get that.
Yeah, because he's like, what day is it?
Now he's late for work. Oh yeah, he does. It comes up when he meets somebody. Yeah.
I do like how the world setting establishment is like they play it through the security cameras and they show the earthquake happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really clever way to get around like graphics that weren't there yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was good. It was really good, and it felt more real.
True.
I got to give it credit for that.
And eventually you work your way off this collapsing bridge, jumping and platforming sort of on your way across. And you come across a woman, and you save her from falling. I guess it's still on the bridge.
Yeah, it's a falling bus.
Yeah. And you're like, well, let's try and make it to the mainland island and get out of here. Get to the thing. And you find out her name is Karen Morris.
Okay. Perfectly normal name.
And she's like, I missed my flight and my dog. And you're like, all right.
All right, lady, relax.
Yeah. I don't know why you'd care about, well, man, I can see why you'd care about your dog, but
that's
obviously
all she cares.
Obviously you missed your flight because she's been hanging there for a day. I don't know. Or maybe she just fell down now, but.
Yeah, that's true. Because you do save her right before the bus falls.
Yeah.
She's been sitting on that bus for a day like,
Maybe she was knocked out. I don't know.
What was the plan with the dog? If her dog's missing, why does she go home to get her dog later?
Because that's where she left it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
her neighbor was supposed to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then her neighbor left and she didn't want to leave her dog there.
Yeah.
they thought of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was explained later. And then you hear also some more radio broadcasts of about a 6.0 earthquake hit the town, and then there's like conspiracy theories running, which is completely believable now. I don't know how this would have flew in 2002.
I know, they were way ahead of their time.
Yeah. But you continue walking through the town, and there's aftershocks, and the aftershocks are used to block off your way going backwards a lot of times. Like buildings fall behind you and stuff.
It was a neat way to do that.
Yeah. And you keep traveling. Eventually, Karen finds a map and is like, your newspaper's not on this map, which is, I don't know why you'd expect it to be. But
it's a brand new island. Not everything's going to be on it. I don't know.
And then you get to random parts where you have to like lift her up and she goes and does stuff. And
Oh my God.
And one time you lift her up and you hear her scream and you're like, oh no. And you try and run around.
Dude, just one time you lift her up and you like just find like a rope or anything, toss it down. And she tosses you down a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just leave it up there? I'll get it later.
I wrote that you come across this dying man who gives you his business card.
Yeah, that guy was weird.
And then a guy in a suit shows up and he's like, man, I saw a guy with a gun go running. He must have done this. Which is very convincing.
Yeah, right.
You go look for him.
Favorite moment of the game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Jesus, some guy shot him and ran away.
Yeah.
Help me solve a fucking puzzle.
And then you're traveling still and like going through this crumbling town. And of course, you hear about the evacuation that was ordered, and you're like, the island's breaking apart and sinking. You got to get to the center of the island so you can be picked up and evacuated.
Makes sense.
So you're like, all right, let me climb over this rubble and buildings and stuff. And eventually you come across Karen again.
Dude, was it me? Or did the news reports on the radios, they sounded like normal and serious in the beginning, and then they just got like strange. And
I thought they were good because I compared them to the Warriors radio things from last week.
Okay.
all right, fair enough.
Let's see where your head's at.
And we come across Karen. She's like, some freaky girl was chasing me. And you're like, all right, well, let's go from trying to get evacuated, I guess. And eventually you come across a guy in a suit, and he's like, he tells you he's Albert Sims from the Land Development Council. And you're like, Oh, it's a poster that has his picture on it.
Oh, there you go.
That's right. And you're like, that's the guy I ran across. He didn't shoot the guy. And you're like, there's no way it could have been him. He's too important to still be here. It has just been someone who looks like it.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I'm going to get confused here because I use their initials. I put KM and KH, so I'm going to get confused on which one's which. So eventually you keep walking more and you come across the crazy lady who was chasing Karen. And she just keeps saying, leave me alone. I don't know why you don't just leave her alone because Karen said she was crazy and she doesn't seem to be refuting that point. But anyway, you eventually just leave her alone and you come across another guy that's going through the town named Greg.
Good old Greg.
I mean, you guys know I have a problem with really bad dumb names. Like, it really bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is going the other way. They're just so plain. They're just
It's more believable.
boring ass names, like normal people names. And I'm like, well, this isn't like Greg Bach, Jason Austin,
Well, it was
Karen
originally
Morris.
Japanese game, right?
Yeah, they definitely had non-anglicized names. In the
Yeah.
I mean,
original.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the game deserves to be demerited for it. It's just
I'm not
it's,
gonna.
I don't know. I can't be happy, guys.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
But anyway, he's like, "Hey, man, I need your help. Come follow me." Which I guess
if you're there, you're like, all
Yeah,
right, whatever.
alright.
Maybe there's some stuck people we have to
I
find.
don't see people looting, and I already ran across the guy who shot somebody, so it's not.
Yeah.
And you eventually find out he's a journalist too.
How many journalists are on this?
He was an independent journalist, I guess.
Doesn't work for the man.
Photojournalist too.
Yeah,
He's taking a
yeah.
lot of pictures.
So you move some shit and you help him out, and you're like, "Yeah, let's just follow him around. He seems to be knowing what he's doing." And you come. I like this. He's in a basement taking pictures of some water.
Yeah.
And I was like, I even wrote in my thing, there's nothing shady about that.
No.
And shit just starts collapsing. He's like, I'm taking pictures. I'm good. All right. He's like, I'll lead you to the center of town. You just got to follow me. And you owe me one, buddy. You got that?
Yeah. What the fuck? You ask him. He asked you for a favor. You're like, okay, yeah. And then he's like, oh, well, you owe me now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's to lead you to the center of town, and you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, you're right. But still.
Although you think Karen would, because she lives in the town.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Didn't they say specifically something like, "Oh, it's hard to tell with all these buildings
Yeah,
down now," or
yeah.
something like
Yeah. Karen was like very confused with all the.
Anyway, so you're walking some more, and you come across this elderly couple, and the guy's dying, and the woman's there, and he's like, "This island is defective. There's too many holes. It was just badly engineered by Christoph Construction." And you're like, that sounds like a conspiracy.
Like that's what he's gonna say in his final words.
Yeah, this island has too many holes.
How many holes in this island, dude? That's probably what this was.
Too many holes.
He's like, "Please find us some help." And the elder, he's like, "All right," and stuff starts collapsing, and gotta save Karen, blah, blah, blah. Eventually you get away, and you get to this intersection, and Greg's like, "I'm going to the hospital," and Karen's like, "I want to go get my dog." And you can make a decision here, which ultimately does not really matter.
No, I don't think any decision matters.
Not right now, no. But Greg, the video I watched followed Karen's story, so we're just going to go along with that. And Greg's like, you'd be like, "I'm going to go help Karen get her dog because that's the most efficient way to get off this island, I guess." I don't understand his logic.
Well, I like the idea that this is a super early game that's doing. I don't think it's the first one, but like the multiple storylines within
Yeah.
the story following people.
Yeah.
Like I'm into it. I like it. It seems so like low stakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like go get the dog.
Why would I do that when he's going to the hospital and to the center of town?
And where like we can all get out or we can uncover this huge thing that's happening that apparently is a conspiracy.
Right.
But he's like, "Nah, you know what? Let's go get your dog."
I'm going to
hon."
go get the dog. And Greg's like, "Peace." And he leaves. There's a bunch of bullshit here that you make a raft out of fucking barrels. And you go down this, I don't know if it's leaking pipe water or just fucking the island being sunk.
Oh, doesn't he ask you for the favor here? He's like, grab some papers out of a locker somewhere.
Oh, he might. I don't know.
He's like, do that for me while you're out gallivanting around.
And while you're on your way, Karen reveals that Terry, the guy who built this island, is her uncle. Which explains why she has this house on this island.
Oh, that's why
when
she's
she
got a
gets there.
sweet ass house.
And the radio's on, like they're still, they're still evacuating, whatever. Be there or you're going to sink with the island, it says.
There's a lot of radios around.
Yeah.
It might have happened earlier, but wasn't there one thing where they're like, and video game violence was to blame
Oh,
for
yeah.
X, Y, Z? Like they threw that jab in there somewhere.
Yeah, just a little haha, look at
I
us.
think it was earlier, but
So you get to her place and she goes in and look for her dog and I guess get a change of clothes and you creepily spy on her, which is really fucking weird.
I didn't see that.
You can climb up the back and like listen to her talking to herself or whatever. I don't really get that part too much, but whatever.
Just something you can do.
Yeah, and she's like,
I think it's we're supposed to be like he's the reporter. He's now talking to Terry Stryver's niece. Like maybe she's on maybe she's some part of this. I mean, I might be stretching, but that's what I thought it
I
was.
still don't know why you'd spy on her talking to herself, but I guess I could see that. And she's like, "I can't find my dog," and then all of a sudden her dog runs up, and you're like, "Well, you're lucky."
Oh,
You
there
found
he
him.
is.
Now, and then she puts the dog in her backpack.
And that's where he stays for the rest of the
Yeah.
game.
So now you're like, let's ride bikes to Windrunner Park. So you do that, and there's a whole bunch of bullshit about going through the subway and chasing the dog that escapes and whatever.
Well, she was just at her house. I'd pick up more than just my dog. I'm sure there's other things I'd want to grab quick before my house sinks.
I know, you've already risked your life to do it, I guess. Maybe she did.
Maybe.
You didn't watch it, but she did.
Yeah, it's true.
And she has a backpack. And here it comes back to the next part where either way you go, you end up here, and you end up at the Town Crier building, which is the building you were supposed to start your day at work at yesterday.
Oh, okay. So you don't have anything about the Kelly story?
No.
Okay. She's just missing her brother, and you help her find her brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that comes up
All right.
later. But anyway, you get to the Town Crier building, and you notice there's lights on like the 50th floor. And you're like, hey, let's go see who's in there.
Sure.
I don't know why. But you get there, and it's the editor-in-chief. And he's like, hey, you were supposed to start yesterday. Which I'm sure the editor-in-chief wouldn't know that.
He's the one who hired you.
Oh, was he?
No, I'm just...
Oh.
Wait, didn't they say something like that, though?
I think so.
yeah.
Like,
maybe.
you're going to be my boss or whatever. He says some kind of throwaway
maybe
line.
it's not a big newspaper. But anyway, you run into him, and then Karen starts complaining that she thinks her uncle might be held liable, which, of course, he built the island that's collapsing, but it was an earthquake.
It was an earthquake, all right.
And then William's like, hey, while you're here, let's do some work. Since you weren't here yesterday, why don't you go to this Christoph construction and steal some intel?
Just because you weren't here yesterday, I still got to write my story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave until I finish my story, and you're the only employee who made it in. So you go to this Christoph construction building, and you steal the man-made island construction report. Mm-hmm. I just wrote William as a workaholic. Sure. So you get there, you do that. And then
you also hear a lot of informative talk on the phone.
You realize that there's other people in the building.
Okay. A lot of people really hanging out while the whole building and island is falling down around them.
Well, first you actually find a recording of that the guy made where they planned this disaster.
Yes, that's right.
Which is definitely something you want to do if you're planning to...
Yeah, get yourself a micro cassette recorder.
Yeah, and then record, hey, let's do this. And you overhear a bunch of conversations that Albert Sims, is he the guy in Christoph's construction? Whatever.
Yeah, he's the
that him and
dude.
Terry planned this whole thing. And he's like...
What?
Yeah, planned on... You don't know exactly why yet. I mean, that's
my
not
God,
a great excuse. But he's like... And then on the phone, the guy's like, hey, I plan on killing Terry later, too. Why not?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
So then you have to sneak out of his office in this awesome scene where he like gets up and walks around on the phone. He's just going, And you sneak out of the office, and as soon as you get out of the door, his muscle's standing there and you get caught.
Yup.
And for some reason, they don't kill you, and they just tie you in the basement. And they expect you to sync with the city.
Yeah, it's classic bad guy shit where no, we don't kill him. Let him slowly die.
So you easily break out of those, and you go to the Town Crier, and it's on fire.
What?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
No.
And you go in and you save William and whoever was with you when you got there.
Kelly, Karen, somebody.
Yeah, Greg. Who knows?
That's where I get my regional news.
And he's like, I can't get out of here. I got to write this article. You got to carry me.
You just see him on a fucking typewriter on your back.
And like, all right, let's make it to the park and go get rescued.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And then, of course, you hear reports on that the boats are almost unloading and we got to get out of here. Many survivors are getting out. The operations are going perfectly. I think this is where you're supposed to, that they're lying about this mostly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it started sounding really shady on the
the government covering it up.
Yeah. Is this where he gets saved, Andrew? Or William? I don't know. I thought he's Andrew.
Yeah, because you get someone's attention and then William gets out. It's right at this part.
Yeah. And then, all right, I just want to say, William gets out on a boat, and then the boat comes back for you, and then a building falls on the boat.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can see it starting to come back, and then all of a sudden a building falls down.
Yeah, it was pretty rad.
Yeah, so we're like, oh, how do we get out now? Well, we got to go to somewhere else they're picking up people. And you come across Greg here.
Oh, sweet.
Who I assume is with the other person you weren't with the entire time because he's got Kelly with him now.
The other K.
And you're like, well, we can go to the other evacuation zone, which is right next to the stadium. And I wrote at this part because you can make a choice to take Karen or Kelly with you here. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, Greg's like, let's split up into two groups. We'll take one woman each, which is real fucking
very
shitty.
strange.
Yeah,
about
that's. I don't want to say problematic, but I'm struggling to find a fair word.
And even Karen's like, what are you guys talking about? And he's like, oh, just some guy talking.
Oh, yeah, he didn't do it in front of the women either. He just had us talking.
Very shady.
I would have just like, both women can come with me. You can go your
Yeah,
own
I'd be
way.
like, hey, Greg, just go take pictures or something.
But, it was probably a game choice decision.
Well, yeah, because...
They couldn't do it, but it's still a weird part of the story.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you go to this thing, you escape the crumbling stadium, and...
you get chased by some goons.
Yeah, some bad guys that realize you're still alive. I'm like, oh, well, we got to kill them. So they start firing rockets at you as you're running down this canal.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there's a bunch of other things. You run into buildings that are still chasing you. And then there's a part where you spray a fire hose at a helicopter.
Take it down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
And then you're like, well, you could still get rescued in the park if you make it there. So you just got to get there, and they'll take it. And William's still trying to write his story. He's like, I got to finish this article before I get out of here. You're like, we got to get saved.
Yeah, why do you see Williams again?
You could finish it off the island. Like, you don't need to stay here to be here to write it.
Like, why does he come back?
I don't know.
Oh, wasn't there like a fucking crazy news thing where it's like, oh, one of the boats is sinking.
Yeah.
People had to get back off the boats and go back on the island. It was silly.
All this really doesn't matter. But
No, then you see one of them get saved, Karen.
yeah,
And Kelly.
and Greg is interviewing, and blah, blah, blah. There's also a part where you can come across this boat, and they're like, well, we can take people away. And you're... In the one I watched, they're like, well, let me go back and get other people. This is before he gets killed. Or you can leave without the other people. There are two endings here where you can leave.
Really?
Yeah, you can just leave and leave everybody else there. Like, oh, you got space for one? Fine, I'll go on. And then you just leave everybody else behind.
Oh, I saw this whole section where if you go with Kelly and try to help her find her brother, there's a helicopter comes down and they want to take you, but Kelly's like, I'm not going.
Yeah, and you can leave without her.
But if you go with Kelly and there's two cops there, one of the cops tries to get on and the other cop ends up shooting.
Yes, I saw this too. I was going to ask about this.
Yeah, that's one of the multiple endings, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and right before the cop is like, "Hey, this is our job, This is we got to stay behind, make sure everybody gets out."
Yeah.
And then as soon as he's confronted with a possible way out, he's like, "Well, I got a family," and they shoots the fucking
Yeah.
the guy in the chopper.
Crazy.
The story I watched, the only thing that they mentioned about the editor-in-chief here is they heard the boat was sinking, and then I guess they didn't go towards her or anything, and said, "Oh, I guess the editor-in-chief William, I guess he was on the boat."
No, maybe.
And that was it. That was like the end of his story.
Well, but then you see him again behind a fence.
Yeah, he's like ready to get picked up by helicopter.
Yeah, like the boat got saved. I don't know. It's wild.
Anyway.
That was him. Man, I just didn't put together that was him.
Oh, maybe.
PlayStation 1 graphics.
Yeah,
or
true
PlayStation
that.
2. I'm
But
doing
anyway,
my best here.
Anyway, yeah, you keep on traveling through this, trying to get to the escape, because there was a fence blocking you, so you got to find a whole different way around.
Yeah, makes sense.
And eventually you come across Greg again, and he's interviewing Terry Stiver.
Who's still on the island?
Yeah. And you can just hear, he's like, oh, it must have been a design error. I don't know, these earthquakes, they kind of fucked up things. And then you're like, oh, yeah? Listen to this. And you play the message of him and Albert talking about purposely building flaws into the island so they can destroy it at any time they want.
I don't understand that.
And then Terry's like, oh, yeah? I did it for revenge. Revenge on the government for killing my family.
In a landslide.
Yeah. They died building this island, and I thought I'd get them back.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
No.
It seems real dumb, actually.
Yeah, especially because you know nothing about his family being killed.
No.
Yeah.
What's her fucking Karen doesn't say anything about her.
Her uncle's family being killed.
Yeah.
Just that he planned it.
Just that he's the island guy.
And he basically, his family died, and no one took the blame, and he was pissed because they was like, oh, it was just an accident. And then Albert showed up and had this plan, because I guess Albert has some kind of vendetta against the government
Fucking
island.
God.
Just to sink the island after a while.
It didn't make any sense.
You don't know what Albert's motive is.
You know that Albert killed Terry's family.
Not yet.
Oh, whoop.
Well, but that's fine. It's fine. But what I don't like about the whole motivation is Terry, apparently the whole thing happened because safety checks weren't done properly or whatever.
Yeah, he said there wasn't proper safety when they were getting gravel for the island.
Yeah, his family.
Yeah, but then his whole fucking anger was directed towards the government.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't even have a person he hated personally. He's just like, well, whoever's the head of the government, I hate their guts, and they're gonna die. for killing my family.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
But the head of the government's not even on the island. So what the fuck is he doing sinking an island?
No, I was very
He wants them to
confused.
be blamed for the safety failures on the island.
Oh, he wants the government to take the rap
Yeah.
for the whole island collapsing. Okay.
Or maybe he's just got a thing where he's like, I gotta blame somebody. This can't just be random, chaotic coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta find someone to blame.
Whatever.
But then he's like, whatever. But you're like, well, listen to this message. And it's Albert talking to what you recorded the conversation earlier where he's talking to somebody about killing Terry. He's like, I killed his family and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, he's like, you can't kill Terry or else I killed his family for no reason.
Yeah. And then Karen's really sad.
Yeah. Like, that was my aunt.
And you're like, that's it. We're going to leave and we're going to get on Greg's boat. And then over the radio you hear, hey, this tsunami is coming. And you're like, fucking A. I guess we got to escape while the tide. And then like you're escaping through the city again, still collapsing. And the tide's going in and out, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. You actually see the whole city flooding now.
Yeah. Like, we got to get to higher ground. So you run up this building. It's annoying, just running up steps. But I guess it's... You get to the roof, and Albert shows up with his murderous goons.
Fucking Albert.
And then you're like, whatever. So the goons start trying to shoot you. And Greg gets shot here. Because Greg's with you? No.
Yes.
Okay.
No, Greg's there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my version, Greg was there.
Yeah, Greg, because he was talking to Albert and Terry when you were there.
Yeah, and then he takes a bullet to save Kelly or Karen,
Yeah,
whichever one.
Whichever one's with you.
Yeah.
And he gets sniped. And his dying words, write the article.
Get that shit printed,
Jesus.
boy.
These journalists are fucking dedicated.
I know.
Christ.
Seriously.
That was 2002 for you.
Yeah.
Again, you could write the story off in safety.
Yeah, you already know everything.
You know, you don't have to stay in the building. Is this like a commentary on like post-COVID office culture? Like you got to be in the building.
Yeah,
Yes,
made 20
made
years
20.
before COVID.
Yeah, just way ahead of their time.
Yep.
Maybe I'm giving it a little too much credit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Tell us
you
on
are.
the Reddit. Go to the Reddit. Talk to us at the Reddit. Fucking
But
assholes.
anyway, Albert Sims shows up and he's like, you know too much, guys. I got to kill you. And he shoots and it kind of hits you in the arm. And then Terry shows up and he's like, Albert, how could you have done this to my family? And he's like, ha ha ha. And Albert shoots Terry. Then Albert goes off on this soliloquy here, and well, not soliloquy, but he's like, oh, you should have just let it go and gotten off the island. And then all of a sudden, Terry stands up and he's like, no, Albert, and he shoots him.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shooting back
Yeah,
and
there's
forth.
about a shooting back and forth between Terry and Albert, and eventually Terry grabs Albert and like pushes him off the side of the building, and they collapse in the water and die.
This fucking shootout / fight sequence was ridiculous.
I know.
Like,
I have like a note here. I was like, Albert, just shoot him in the fucking head. What are you doing?
aren't they like shooting and dodging around and missing
No, they're
each
getting
other?
hit and just like keep coming at each
Yeah,
other,
it's just like body shot.
like arm,
Well, it's
leg.
crazy.
So that happens, and then eventually a helicopter comes and picks you up and whoever's with you, and you get off the island.
Apparently, you could die there.
Well,
too.
there's a bunch of different endings.
Yeah.
There's basically 4 different endings. That's this one, which is the helicopter comes and picks you up. There's the true ending, where the helicopter doesn't show up and pick you up, and you eventually
Sinking.
end up hugging the person who's with you, Kelly or Karen.
That's the true ending?
Yeah,
That's like when you say true, is that what they called it?
that's
or
what
is
they
that...
called it. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, like the
But-
canon ending.
But I believe they're aligned, so the canning ending has to be the first one where you get saved because they're
Yeah.
alive in the other games.
Yeah.
And
so
then
I was like, that's
the other-
true one?
The other ending is when you get on the boat without them at the park. Like you,
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And then there's another one where Kelly staves and you leave. When she
Oh,
shows up.
really?
Yeah, you can leave without her.
Oh, because she
She's
didn't
like-
find her brother yet?
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to find my brother. And you're like, I'm out of here.
That's fair.
So you're telling me if you would have gotten on that chopper at the park, that's an end game, and this would have been over like an hour ago?
Yeah, and everybody else would be dead and you'd be alive.
That's amazing. I wish more games did that shit.
Yeah, right?
All right, if you do this to the story mode, you make a deal with the devil and the game's over. If you go this way, there's 90 more missions. And you're just like, you know what? I got other games to play. And you just pop over there.
I do
Good
like
job. Credits.
I do like how it ended when he's on the helicopter. He's like, and there I see Stiver Island disappearing outside my window. Just like how it started when he was flying in.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat.
But that's it. That's the entire game.
That's it. We did it. We got through it. Mostly because of Dr. Syintist and his studious research. But
If you
with
wanna
that,
call
we're
it
going to go ahead and we're just going to go right into final thoughts. And I think it's your turn, Sir Chump Slap, because I know we talk off air, and you said that you love going first. That it was your favorite spot to
He
go.
says it every week.
Yeah, that sounds like something I might have said. All right, so you got any questions for me? Or?
Oh, yeah, of course. So did watching this video make you want to play this disaster?
Disaster.
That's a leading question.
Did the story work for you, or would it have been better if it was written by a master? And what score out of 27 stars you think you give this bastard?
Oh, nice.
You nailed it. Get relaxed. Go ahead.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you just hit a vape or something.
No, that's ridiculous. I'm a professional.
All right. Did I want to play it? Kind of, but not really. I mean, the graphics and its old PS2. It kind of made me want to play Disaster Report 4.
There you go.
Did the story work for me? No, not really. The whole revenge for a landslide killing your family, and then Albert, the guy being behind it the whole time, who's like, I'll kill your family with a landslide, so you build my island, and you want it to be destroyed as well. I don't fucking get it. It doesn't make any sense. What is that? What did Albert get out of this?
I don't know. They never really give Albert's motive.
He wanted to make a fucking huge island and then
Be able to sink it whenever he wanted.
and he does, and he stays on the island way too long. I mean, he has helicopters.
It was a
but-
while.
I would agree with you, but seeing what billionaires are doing now with the metaverse and buying Twitter, it's not that out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, you're fucking right. You seriously are.
So you're saying that it's completely plausible for a billionaire to finance, create, design. I mean, this project must have
Wait,
taken 20
plausible
years.
or
No, possible.
Possible.
yeah.
And then the billionaire destroys it just for fucking funsies?
He had insurance, probably.
yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It's probably about money.
There's something.
yeah.
But why did he take Terry? It doesn't make sense that they were already building the island when Terry's family died, and Terry designed the island. Did he?
I think maybe he just
did
saw it as an opportunity to do something he wanted.
Did he retroactively design it? Like,
Well,
it's already designed,
No,
and then
I
he's like,
see what
I'm
you're
going to make
saying.
it.
Yeah, that
Killed
is a little-
Terry's family, so he probably did it to.
Yeah, but he killed the family because they were taking gravel to build the island already.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, because he got hired because he was so great at design,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And then the family was killed by accident.
Quote
On
unquote.
purpose.
I mean, that checks out. He could have been he could have been hired as like a designer, and then he got soured,
Yeah.
like when his family
Yeah,
was
I
accidentally
guess.
killed.
Still,
But that's a I don't know. It seems
quite the stretch.
like I'm grasping at straws to make that sound reasonable.
Yeah. So that, and then the whole. I mean, I get Karen wants her dog and Kelly wants her brother. They have the most pure motivation in this game.
Well, you're just trying to live.
You're not, because I guess if you do take their first chance off you, then you are.
Okay, you're trying to get off the island.
But what was the whole point of even going to the newspaper? It just happened to be on your way.
Yeah, and then you saw somebody with the lights on.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I didn't get it. I really didn't get it, and I really tried. So, all that said, how did they cause the earthquake? Do we know?
No.
I thought they said explosives.
Yeah,
Wasn't
or-
that mentioned?
Well, I figured if you built the island and you started doing stuff, but you could
Yeah.
probably figure out some way to do
Well,
it.
the goons did have rocket launchers and shit, so they had all the explosives they needed.
And they were like letting water fill up places.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Still, fuck no, it doesn't work.
Okay.
So, 27 stars. What do I give it? I don't know. I really like the idea. A disaster movie video game. That's.
maybe part 2 will be better.
brilliant.
Hit your crawl a little better.
We never see these.
I know it's brilliant. But I don't know. They really phoned it in with this one, so I'll give him a 5 because
Okay.
I guess there was a story.
No, I mean it was in there somewhere.
Yeah, and it's unique. I've never heard of anything like this. So there it is, 5.
All right.
So then I guess we'll go to Scotchy here.
The man of the hour.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, was there something I was supposed to talk about? I don't know.
yeah, I got
don't
some
have my notes
questions
right.
here, man.
Sure.
Did watching this video make you want to write your own disaster report? Was the story pretty good, or could it have used a better sort?
I couldn't come up with anything.
I know, right?
I was thinking of like tort or court.
I know. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Retort, maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe.
that went in my head and went right out.
Okay.
Anyway, out of 27 stars, how many would you give this in court?
Thanks for asking. All right, so would I play it? I don't think so, but I didn't really get much gameplay or what was really going on during the game during this, so
Yeah, right.
It was kind of tough.
it was. But yeah, you're right. It's PS2 era. Like, it's tough to go back to. There definitely PS2 games are amazing and great, but this was a PS2 game that looked a lot more like a PS1 game, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Early in the PS2 life cycle, but that has nothing to do with the story. But would I play it just based on the story? Probably not, just because, I mean, we've just talked about all the twists and turns, which isn't the best example, but, you know, is what it is. So we're going to power through this like professionals. And did the story work for me? I love the idea, and Chump Slap talked about it briefly. Chump Slap talked about it briefly.
I would be fine until I started laughing.
I would have fine until I smelt it.
This is all staying in. All this is staying in.
I better.
That's why I said his name, so you'd have to take it out.
I don't care. Bleep that.
I'll absolutely bleep that. This is
I'm
all
sorry, I
staying
just had to.
That's fine. All right. We'll power through this.
I was waiting for him to start talking so he could delete it.
Go. So, professional. Here we go.
Yeah.
in. I was trying so hard, and I couldn't stop laughing at Chump Slap because he was dying over
It
it.
would have been fine if he didn't do anything. All right.
So then, did the story work for me? Is what we were talking about.
Okay.
Love the idea of a disaster movie video game. Chump Slap touched on it briefly, but I like it. I like the idea. I like the thought. Did this game execute it perfectly? No, but it was interesting to do the diverging stories, and some of them mattered, some of them didn't. And I want to talk about those things because those are the things I did like about it. What didn't I like? The motivation for the bad guy was not great.
Yeah. Still don't get it.
It seemed silly to destroy a whole island full of people that was so fragile in the first place just because this one dude. Why don't you just kill him? You have access to him. You work for him.
Well, I don't think he wanted to kill him.
He wanted the government to be blamed for this
Yeah.
natural disaster.
So he was willing to kill everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the government looked bad?
Yep.
Yeah. So they finally get their comeuppance from killing his family.
That's silly. All right,
Yeah. It
whatever.
doesn't make,
It's
it doesn't
a
make
stretch.
sense that
It's
there
a
was.
stretch. Yeah,
I mean,
I'll give
that's a
that.
stretch, but then that there was somebody behind that pulling the strings is the biggest fucking stretch.
Well, also, like, we didn't need any of that. Like, we could have just had...
You could have just had
There was an
earthquake.
explosion, you know? Like, it could have been a random explosion. It could have been an accidental, fucking oil spill, whatever. Whatever caused it. That didn't matter. The whole point was to see these people escape a natural disaster, which is the island sinking.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have just skipped all that. You could have skipped all that and made the game better.
I think they put it in to try to make it better, but it didn't work.
So then that leaves us with score. What score would I give it? I liked that they swung for the fences. I liked that there were characters that, while they had boring names, they did have their own motivations, aside them being slightly silly.
You just
So-
offended every Craig and Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 6.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's reasonable. I don't need to explain myself anymore.
No,
we'll talk to Dr.
it's perfect
Scientist.
system.
Yeah.
Dr. Scientist.
Yep.
How about we tag team this one, Sir Chump Slap? How does that sound?
Yeah, I'll start.
Go for it.
Did watching this video make you want to save a couple people?
Okay.
That's what you do.
Did the story work for you, or are you just going to be one of the sheeple?
Oh, nice. And how many stars are you going to fit under the steeple?
It works, I guess.
Shut up. That was funny.
Would I play it? Honestly, if this was a walking sim, I'd play the shit out of it.
Oh,
It could
snap.
easily be.
It could. You're right. Yeah. I'm into it.
No,
I am. I'm thinking about it. Like a natural disaster game where you're just walking and basically navigating through a path. Yeah.
running into people here and there.
Yeah, trying to get out.
San Andreas the game. $1 million idea.
Yeah. Pick up some like letters or some audio recordings, something personal from stories that are also going on the island.
Yeah, you're not fighting any bad guys, so you don't really need any kind of...
Well, you are fighting a couple goons.
Well, it doesn't really, you're not shooting back at them.
True.
Ooh, we can add, you know what everybody loves these days? Quick time events.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking said it, bud.
Yeah, we're not even releasing this episode. We're just going to make $1 billion.
All right.
Let's call it Reports of Disaster.
Print it. No notes, Dr. Syintist. No notes.
Did the story work for me? I mean, I agree with everything you guys say, but I looked at it in an entirely different way.
Oh, yeah?
I looked at it as there was a supervillain type guy, because it's classic supervillain thing. Let me destroy the city.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just kind of like not really involved with the story. Like you're a tertiary character in this whole thing.
You just so happen to stumble across it.
And that's why like Terry takes him out at the end. You don't even have anything to do with getting rid of the bad guy. Somebody else does it.
True.
So it's like as if you were in the movie Batman, but you weren't in the group of Batman people. You're just somebody on the street.
Yeah, you're just a reporter taking pictures on the street.
Just dealing with it. You're Jimmy and Spider-Man or whatever that fucking guy's name is. But like in the first Spider-Man where he doesn't matter.
I have a question quick. Do you ever get Greg's camera, or does he die with it and falls off?
I don't know. I don't remember.
All right.
But I kind of like that whole thing because it's just cartoonishly super villainish.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And you're kind of like have no bearing on what anything happens. I guess you tell him that it could have been, you could have played as Terry the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your character's kind of inconsequential in this. And there's just the buildings falling down. I like the setting. I don't think we've ever seen that.
No, that's new.
But I was entertained quite a bit by it. I kind of liked all the nude things of it. And I gave it 10 stars.
Okay.
That's fair.
5, 6, and 10 gives us a total of 21. Just to give you guys an idea of what that's around, Banjo-Kazooie we gave a 19.
Mm-hmm.
The Journeyman Project, which, I forgot we did till right now, I gave that a 21. Well, we gave that a 21 as well.
That's just as good.
And then Resistance 2, we gave a 19.
Nice.
I don't remember any of this.
I remember a lot about Resistance 2, but now that we talk about it, I think it's because I played the game is why I remember all
I remember
that
you
stuff.
end up in the towns being like invaded by all kinds of hellgast, and that's kind of how it ends.
Wasn't the Journeyman kind of like this one? Like the whole planet was going to die?
Yeah, and you had to try and go back in time to stop it. Yeah.
All right.
And you had to go through some
that's
wild-ass platform to get
It's
to the
pretty
ball.
similar to this game, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, there you go. Disaster Report 21. The system is always correct, so no need to question it.
Yep. You got that right.
Then that's going to take us to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic 90s Album Lock of the Week.
When you're in high school in the 90s and you want to listen to something cool, who do you turn to? Syintist. That's right, you fool.
Boom.
Nailed it. Every week. Chump Slap regales us with a banger. But after that, Dr. Syintist gives us a classic 90s album recommendation, and he has never let us down with a bad album. So this week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
It was released March 29th, 1994. I couldn't find any or come up with any kind of clue that wouldn't give it away easily. I mean, we did talk about this album before on a previous week.
March 94.
Weezer Blue?
No.
Say previous week?
Yeah. We talked about it. No, it wasn't one of my picks, but we talked about it in reference to other things. I don't know if you...
It's not Rancid again, is it?
No.
Pearl Jam 10.
No. We already did Pearl Jam 10.
Damn it, we did.
It's got several covers on it, if that helps.
MXPX.
No. That's weird. I completely forgot that album existed.
I know, right?
I know it's not Dookie, because we did Dookie already.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Silverchair.
In Utero? Or, well, we did a Nirvana one already.
Yeah.
Unless that's
Do you
the
have
answer.
any
In
clue?
Utero, is it in Utero?
Any clue is going to
Any
give it away.
lyric that is different that we probably wouldn't point out right away?
I'll say this. I didn't get any lyrics because I didn't think it would go this far. I thought I was just going to tell you what it was. But we talked about it also in reference to, you said, are you going to do any of this type of thing? And I said, I'll probably do one.
Boy band?
It's a soundtrack.
Oh, you dirty bird. What is this?
Judgment
You were
Night.
very close by what you called me.
Dirty Bird.
The
Dirty.
Batman Forever soundtrack?
No, come on, guys. The Crow.
Damn it!
Oh.
Damn it! It was right there.
Yeah, it was. All right.
What were some bangers off the Crow soundtrack?
Big Empty from Stone Temple Pilots.
Right.
There's a
Sure.
9 Inch Nails is a Joy Division cover. Dead Souls.
Oh, that's a Joy Division cover?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Rage Against the Machine is Darkness is one of a great song of theirs.
That's good, yeah.
Color Me Once by Violent Femmes. Rollins Band does a cover of Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Helmet does Milquetoast. There's The Badge, which is a Poison Idea cover done by Pantera.
Oh, that's Poison. Jesus Christ. I didn't know these were all covers. Some
Yeah.
of them were covered.
You know what else I think is interesting is that we don't really do soundtracks. Well, people release like original soundtracks in movies, but soundtracks like this don't exist anymore. But people always make like Spotify playlists that are like all the songs in the movie and like other vibe tracks or whatever.
But yeah, I remember getting the Crow album. It's fantastic. Those songs are great.
Yeah.
Every song on it.
I believe I let somebody borrow it in high school and never got it back.
That bastard.
I know.
Was that me? Because I don't remember buying it.
No.
I think I still have it.
I definitely had the cassette.
Sick. Oh, sick.
Damn good soundtrack, though. I'm going to have to download it.
Well, there you go. The Crow soundtrack. A banger. Lots of great tracks. God, I got to listen to that again. It's been so long. Anyway, that's going to take us to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Who would win in a fight?
Punch, punch, kick, 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 punch, down on
XX
the ground.
square. Square XX.
Yeah, good stuff.
Every week, we ask Chump Slap 3 who would win in a fight questions, one from the game we just discussed, one from gaming in general, and one from history and or celebrity. This week, decent amount of characters I think we got to choose from, but really there's only one fight that everyone just needs to know, that everybody has to determine who would win. Is it going to be Karen or is it going to be Kelly? Who do you got?
I'm going with Kelly.
Okay.
She's spunkier. She's younger, I think.
Whoa, easy.
Well, she is.
I don't know why.
All right. Yeah, I didn't say sexier.
A lot of Karen heads out here. You know, we got to be careful what we say.
Yeah, plus her name's Kelly, not Karen. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
And yeah, Karen just annoyed me from the beginning when she's like, my dog, that's all I care about. So we're going to go with Kelly. Plus, she looked like an anime character or somebody out of like Final Fantasy.
She seemed a little out of place. Like her character
Right?
model.
Yeah, I thought so too. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got one too from gaming in general.
All right.
This one, 2 high-quality assassins.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. No, it's going to be who would win the fight between Ezio from the Assassin's Creed.
Ezio.
Ezio. Ezio.
Ezio.
Hey, I have it written down properly.
All
All right. And then he is fighting Agent 47 from the Hitman series. Who do you got?
I'd probably have to go with Agent 47. I mean, Ezio is fucking really good at what he did, but he needed to get in close, and he didn't have guns. And Agent 47 can probably snipe you from across the street or something when you're not even...
But he did have that awesome gun from his wrist.
That little one.
That's true. That really
That
made
little
the game
Derringer.
unfair.
Yeah.
No, we're talking snipers and shit.
Yeah, but I don't think Agent 47 would have that much awareness of things directly above him. You know, like Ezio could just pop down from any building.
You're right, but
Yeah, gamers don't look up.
But guns.
he still has to get close. Yeah, it's just guns.
Gamers can't look up.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, there you go. Agent 47, because guns.
Yep.
And then from history and or celebrity, this is one we discussed off air, and I thought we should bring it to the podcast. Who would win the fight between Joe Pesci in Goodfellas versus Joe Pesci in My Cousin Vinny?
Oh, you
Yeah, I
changed
threw
it
a
up a
3
little
for a
bit.
curveball there.
With the fucking Goodfellas, obviously. I mean, it's not even... My Cousin Vinny, he's not very bright.
But he's crafty as fuck.
He is.
My Cousin Vinny.
But he only is good because his girlfriend knows something about cars.
He's got a point.
That's the only way he wins that case.
I heard a comedian, I forget who it was, but they said they said My Cousin Vinny is basically, check it out, an Italian knows the law. Like, that's the whole movie.
But he doesn't. He doesn't know the law.
That's true. And now that I'm thinking about it, she was the one that saved the day.
Yeah. So, no, yeah. Pesci from Goodfellas would just either have him killed or at least have him kidnapped and fucking kill him himself. Something like that. You just stab a pen in his neck.
All right, Joe Pesci and Goodfellas. Well, let's say someone has been writing a spec script, which is actually about Joe Pesci in My Cousin Vinny and Marissa Tomei, and they go around doing like, Bonnie and Clyde type shit around the country. And they had like 3,000 words about a spec script that they could really get off the ground if they talked to the right people. Where would they send that to, Sir Chump Slap?
First off, I'd say, get the fuck out of my notes, man.
No.
Then I'd say, well, we could share and send it to plottytime@gmail.com.
Perfect. And if they wanted to get to us faster on the socials with more swearing and, I don't know, t-shirt ideas, where would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
at Plottytime on Instagram and Twitter and Reddit. Stop by and join the discussions and tell us what you want us to do.
Yeah, give us anything.
Get in on that poll. Should I do every song as Bentley or should I sing it? We need to know.
Yeah, do a picture of Bentley doing karaoke in front of a
Kanye West.
Kanye West crowd, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. You can also go over to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Or check out our Plottytime store at plottytime.com. Takes you to our eBay store, but I swear to God, that's where you buy the stuff, and it's fine. As always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Hamman, and the man in our hearts, Luis Guzman. We love you. Don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.